Hello, on our weekend debate, we're going around all the parishes. We're doing, of course, the constituencies ready for the general election, and we're up to an interesting one, another one, Onchan. So, where are we up to? I need to tell you who's standing. Rob Collister, James Cherry, Julie Edge, Michael Leather, and Peter Willis. So,
is there a Liv Van one there?
That's Peter Willis.
That's Peter Willis. Yeah.
Peter
Willis.
Yeah.
So let's start with Rob Collister.
Well, when Rob first came in, he was a touch bit clumsy, but Rob can hold the house when he's speaking from the heart, and on a number of occasions he's done exactly that. And I think we need a Rob Collister in the House of Keys, and I fully expect him to get re-elected, and I hope when he gets re-elected he drops his blog.
I think the blog has already
died.
Well, I'm pretty sure he told me that was the end of that one. Yeah. But I mean, he kept going. Goodness me, he kept going through all the.
He did. Bless him. Yes, he did. That's the persistence. But I think he's learned a huge amount, and he's grown in confidence, and his contribution needs to be made.
And really keen to be a minister. I get the impression that he really wants to take control of something. Because he's been second fiddle.
Well, there are a variety of ways of taking control of things, but I mean, we'll have to see. I think the important thing is he gets re-elected. In my opinion, I mean,
he's very popular in the constituency. My cousin's got a fun story about where he wanted a pothole fixed, round up Rob Collister, it was fixed the next day. So he's now got posters in his window for him. But so I think he's someone who's very popular locally, and I imagine we'll probably get in. There's not much else you can say about him.
Okay, Dave Cherry, commissioner, isn't he?
James Cherry.
Sorry.
I don't know. Was a commissioner. Has been out the commissioners for a while now, about 18 months or so. As I understood it, there's a lot which went on commissioners, which for reasons I'm not going to talk about, namely that my dad's chairman. But
chairman of what?
On commissioners.
Is he?
Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh, God. But that all kicking off there, isn't it?
So... Yeah, I don't know. I've known Cherry for 20 odd years. I think he'd make a good image. I think he'd make good contributions. I just think it may be an election too early, but if he doesn't get in, I reckon he'll be back.
He was the one that got the order video made, wasn't he?
Oh, God, yes.
The speaker of the House of Commons. You see it?
Yes, I've also seen another one which somebody else did where it was Count Binface has done one.
Oh,
right. He came 10th in the bid to be London Mayor, so...
Who did?
Count Binface.
All right.
You're out of the loop, you're not doing enough social media. Julie Edge.
Had the poison chalice of the post office. Was in Lib Van, of course, now isn't. But I imagine she'll do quite well. I think she's quite popular on a local level. Has done a better job at scrutiny than perhaps headlines would suggest, I think, to be honest. When you watch some of the things, there's other people who've caught headlines a bit easier than she has. But at the same time, I think she's done a fairly good job, especially on a constituency level. So.
Well, I can't speak about constituency work. It's where you live, isn't it? Yeah. My contribution to this particular section would be to say that Julie's voice in Keys and Tynwald is her own, and again go back to that issue about voices in Parliament. I think she contributes, and is very specific in that contribution. And if it wasn't there, I think it would be missed.
Okay. Moving on then, Michael Leather.
Don't know Michael.
He came in to speak to us just to start before the campaigns all really started, and I think he's somebody who has a clear, interesting one. He has a vision for the island, which is he's not somebody who wants to focus on local constituency issues necessarily to get elected. He's put forward a vision for the island, which is as a basically tourism and business sector, which would be built around reclaiming part of the promenade and developing a hotel casino on the front there. And I think it's a very bold vision. And I know people in the area have said they're going to vote for him because he's somebody who's not putting local politics at the heart of their election. He's somebody who's thinking nationally. And
he's coming out of retirement to do this, isn't he?
Well, yeah, so
I think that's very important because I mean that's always the approach I took, that it was it's a national election for national issues, and so great credit to him for that. But I don't personally know him, although I think it's great that I'm hearing from you that people are supporting those who have got. I mean, it's the first time we've actually used that phrase in the whole of this discussion, vision, and that's interesting.
Okay, and finally, Peter Willis, who is Liv Van.
I don't know, Pete.
I honestly, I don't know anything about him. I've seen a lot of his signs about the village, but I know on the night I think he was away for an appointment on the night of the hustings when we were there, and of the blast from the past, Peter Carron stood up and read out a speech filled with white elephants and nest eggs.
Coming home to roost. Yeah.
Oh, it was Peter Carron bingo night, and he gave an introductory speech, and I haven't really heard enough of his voice. It's something I need to go look at, because we missed. Obviously, he wasn't there, and we were there. And due to the way the meetings have been organised this time, there's only been the one in Onchan, or there was the radio one, which people could find elsewhere. But to me, I honestly don't know enough about movie to comment on it.
Okay. Well, there we go. It's going to be interesting, and we'll have more in the next section.